In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to price your commercial cleaning contracts so you can price them correctly and not underbid or overbid these contracts. Because if we underbid these contracts, we're not going to make any money. If we're overbidding, clients are not going to sign up and move forward. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can price these contracts step by step. If you haven't heard about me, I'm Rick Brown. I have built my own commercial cleaning business to multi 7 figures. And I uploaded my first YouTube video in 2019. And I have been mentoring commercial cleaning business owners since 2019. And since then, I have mentored hundreds of commercial cleaning business owners and partner up with many of them. So I know a thing or two about this industry. And one of the biggest problems people face is not pricing these contracts correctly. And I'm talking about recurring commercial contracts. And when you're estimating residential clients or post-construction or move-outs or one-time projects, they're not going to be priced the same as a recurring commercial contract, because these recurring commercial contracts, we usually lock them up in a yearly contract that auto-renews on itself. So by having these long-term contracts, we're able to give them a much more competitive rate than a one-time job. So the first step in pricing these contracts is going to be doing the walkthrough. So when you get a lead, someone goes to your website or someone calls you and they're asking for an estimate to get their office clean or facility clean or their clinic cleaned, you're gonna set up a walkthrough. And when you're walking around, you basically wanna take down notes. You also wanna ask them their square footage. So basically, we wanna estimate how many labor hours is it gonna take per visit. And then we wanna ask them how often are they looking to get their facility cleaned. If it's once a week, 5 days a week, 3 days a week, 7 days a week, the higher the frequency, the cheaper it's going to be per visit. And the third factor we want to analyze is going to be the traffic. How dirty is this facility? Is it all floors or is it very compact with many cubicles? Because if there's 2 offices and they're both 10,000 square feet, but one office is full of cubicles, or it's a high traffic restaurant and it gets dirty often, versus the same square footage but it's all floors or everything's super spread out, they're not gonna take the same time. And we're gonna price them differently. And I personally like to estimate these contracts by labor hours, because they can be the same size, but one office is gonna take double the time compared to the other office that doesn't get that much traffic. And depending on where you are, the labor cost is gonna be slightly different. A good rule I like to have is whatever your minimum wage is in your area, you wanna times that by 3.5, and that's gonna be your average rate. So basically, our hourly rate is going to be anywhere between $30 an hour to $110 per hour. It all depends on how big the contract is. If it's a small contract, once a week, 2 hours a visit, we're going to be charging about $70 an hour to make it worth the while. If there's another contract that's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, we're going to be charging about $38 to $45 an hour. If there's a big contract and it's 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, we're going to be charging about $30 to $33 an hour. And remember, these rates can slightly change depending on where you are. So basically, if there's a small contract, it's not very often, it doesn't take that long, we need to charge a premium to make it worth the drive. But if there's a big contract with many hours, 7 days a week, 5 days a week, we need to give them a volume discount. And the fourth factor we need to analyze is their industry. So if it's a restaurant or a retail store, they're gonna be budget sensitive, versus a medical facility, a car dealership, or a big office. They basically have different profit margins. So if you're not fully sure, you can always ask the client if they have a specific budget in mind. We're not gonna ask them how much they're looking to pay. We simply wanna see if they have a budget range. In case they're on a tight budget, we can at least know whether we can price them competitively or the normal rate. And before you get the walkthrough or during the walkthrough, I always ask the clients what their square footage is of their facility, because one labor hour covers anywhere between 1,000 square feet to 3,000 square feet worth of space. So if there's an office that's very compact, it gets dirty very often, there's a bunch of computers next to each other, it's gonna be about 1,000 to 1,500 square feet per labor hour. If it's a bigger office and it's all floors, very spread out, then it's gonna be about 2,500 to 3,000 square feet per labor hour. And we're not gonna price these contracts by square footage. We just simply take this information just to make sure that we're estimating the right labor hours. Overall, when you're doing the walkthrough, you wanna ask yourself, if I'm doing this contract myself, how many labor hours is it gonna take me? Just so you can have different perspectives. And then we also like to add 20% more time just to give us a little cushion in case we hire a slow cleaner. And the last thing you want to analyze is going to be your cost. So if there's a contract that's far away, we need to consider that. But it doesn't really matter because when we hire someone, we're going to hire someone that lives near the contract. It helps with retention rate. But overall, we want to analyze the cost so we can estimate our profit margin. Before we send out the proposal with the estimate, I like to analyze the total cost that's gonna take to get this contract cleaned. And just remember, if it's a small contract, we have to pay premium per hour just to make it worth it for the cleaner. If it's a 1 or 2 hour contract once a week, we can't be paying them 20 an hour. We need to pay them 35, 40 an hour just to make it worth the drive for a smaller contract. If it's a bigger contract, multiple hours a visit, 5, 7 days a week, we're gonna be paying about 20 to 22 an hour. And I prefer to use subcontractors because there's no deductions in their pay. If we start doing all this payroll stuff, there's gonna be a bunch of deductions, and instead of the cleaner making 20 an hour, they're gonna be making 16, 15 an hour. And cleaners don't care about these deductions. All they care about is how much they're taking home. So if they're taking home less pay, they're not gonna be as happy with the contract. So that's why I like to use subcontractors, and they require less babysitting. So when I show the contract to a subcontractor, they have to treat it like it's their own contract, and they have to be extremely reliable. And overall, ideally, you want to be making 40 to 50% profit margin per contract. If it's a bigger contract, it can be 33, 35%, but nothing less than 30%. So analyze your costs and then add 40, 50%. And there's a lot of variables when you're doing these contracts because there's so many different types of contracts, different schedules, different labor hours, different requirements. That's why you need a pricing calculator so you can price these contracts correctly. And on top of that, getting a second opinion from an expert who has commercial cleaning contracts. So guys, that's everything for this video. And remember, if you need help growing a $1 million commercial cleaning business, get all my systems, SOPs, one-on-one mentorship, and I will personally help you one-on-one building these lead generation systems in-house so you can start generating multiple appointments every single week. I'll help you with everything in the business, how to price them, different systems that you need in the business to actually run the business. Most people don't know what they need until they've been in business for 10 years. This is not a business where you can just grab a mop bucket and start cleaning. There's a lot behind the scenes in order to succeed, and understand that the path you're going through has already been done by other people. Simply understand that if you're trying to build a house by yourself, you're gonna mess up. And trust me guys, I work with many 7-figure companies and they need a lot of help scaling their business. But if you're a brand new beginner, you're gonna get the most value out of this. Just do your homework, go to my website Cleaning Launch, watch the testimonials, understand what you're getting into, and sign up so I can help you build that $1 million commercial cleaning business. And the people that signed up and got my help are 10 times further ahead than those people that decide to do everything themselves, waste time, learn through costly mistakes that cost them 6 figures. But it is my best advice. Don't do everything by yourself. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.